Hi there, my name's Tom and I'm from Palya, and today we're going to show you how to fill a tube with slime and put it on the bike, and so you don't get any punches when you're riding through the prickly areas. Alright, got a bike pump that we'll need later on. Got a spanner. Just check it's the right size for your back wheel nut before you start. Here we have the valve remover. I'll just bring that up close so you can have a look. That takes the valve out so we can put the slime in. Here we have our tyre levers that we'll use to get the tyre off the rim and remove the tube. Here we have some slime and a rag. This is what we put in the tube that blocks up any punctures. And very important, we've got our thorn resistant tube for the right size for the tyre. Okay, and yeah, that's all the things you'll need to do the job. So first thing, make sure your bike's nice and stable. You've got a nice, good area to work. Check that your spanner's the right size. I've got size 15 bolt here. And easy way to remember is lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay, so chuck your ring spanner on, grab hold of the rim somewhere, brace, and mine's nice and loose. Now we're just gonna loosen him off, but we're not going to take it right off. You don't need to, okay? That's important. And then do the other side. Okay. Loosen him off. Alright, now this rim should move back and forth like that. So I'll push him forward so I can get the chain off. Alright. I'm going to take the chain off at the top here, and then I should be able to get it off at the back. And then, with some luck, other job we have to do first is loosen these brakes off so we can take the rim off. Okay, I'm going to slide my hand through these spokes, grab the two brake pads, pull them together so they're tight on the wheel. Now this cable here is nice and loose now, and I can release this pin. Easy. You can see it slide in and out. And there you have it. Alright, awesome. Ready for the next stage. Got the wheel off, got the rim off, and I'm going to show you how to take this tyre off. Get the tube out. Okay, tyre levers. I'm going to put two in at the same time. One in here, about 10 centimetres or so apart. Now, you're going to pull them at the same time, get that rim over. Being careful of the tube inside. You don't want to pinch that. Now see these hooks? That's going to hook on to the spoke. Alright. And there we've got our tyre started. Alright. Now we're going to get our third one. And work it round. We'll take the middle one out and repeat the process. Take the middle one out, spin your tyre around. And repeat the process. Do one more, and we might be able to just get the tyre lever like that and work your way around the rim, just popping the bead off. Okay, now I'm going to take the rim and the tube off. Got my valve down the bottom, it's nice and loose. Okay, so I'm just going to get my hand, make sure I'm nice and stable, and then pull the whole thing off, being careful not to damage the valve, okay? Alright, we can take that out. We're up to the stage where we're going to put some slime in. Okay, so we're going to take this valve out. Got my tool, little rectangular slot there, just slides over the valve and sits on top. Right, you'll feel it in there and loosen it. And then it just slides out. There you have it. Okay. Chuck a little bit of air in. Now the air won't stay in because I've taken the valve out, but just help with putting the slime in if there's a bit of air in there. Okay, I'm going to give my slime a good shake before I put it in. Okay. Getting ready. Okay, that should do it. And we'll put some notches on our bottle so we can tell how much 100 mils is. You can do the same if you like. So the valve just sits on top, just slides in. Alright, now I'm just going to tip this upside down, and you can see the slime there. I'm just going to get it down in there, and then I'm going to give it a good squeeze, and I'm going to be looking at my markers. It's a little bit hard to see on this bottle, so that's alright though. I'm going to give it a squeeze, and you can see the slime moving in. Okay, that's a pretty good dose there. We'll keep going a little bit more, a little bit more. Alright, I feel like that's a good amount. Give it a bit of a shake. Just try and get it out of the valve a bit. I'm just going to use this rag, but just clear it out as best you can. Now the pin sits up and just slots in there. Grab my tool and tighten him up. Alright, get it nice and firm, that's nice and tight. Okay, we've got our tube with the slime. I'm going to chuck it on in the tyre and put it on the rim. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so chuck my tube in there. Grab our rim, find the hole and line it up with the valve. Okay, I'm going to slot it through the valve. Now you just want to work one side of the rim, of the tyre, into the rim. Okay, so we've got one side, and try and push this other side on. Alright. So we'll start with our hands and we'll work it on. It just works on, work it round, and it's going to get to a point where it gets tight. Grab our tyre levers again. I'll just do one, and then I'll get another one in. Oh, actually, might even just be able to slide it around like that. Okay, it's feeling tight there, so I'm going to try and lever one more on. Oh, look at that. Just use my... Okay, here we are. We've got the tyre, I'm going to chuck the wheel on. First step, get the chain on. So I'm going to get my chain over the gear here. Oh. And then I'm going to slide it on. Alright. Now it's not sitting on the teeth. Get it on the teeth. And I'm going to hand tighten my bolts first. And then give them a torque holding this tyre in place. I'm just going to, also before I tighten, I'm just going to pull back and get some tension on this chain. Okay, so now I'm just tightening it up. On this side. Main important thing is to make sure your tyre's in the middle and your chain's got some tension. It's a little bit loose there, I might try and get a bit more tension. Right, so holding it back nice and firm. Nice and stick your hand through, it's a bit fiddly. Pull the pads together, grab your pin and weave it on. This helps the slime work around too. Give it a good spin, couple of spins, and there you have it.